Hi, welcome to the Quantity Surveying Studio. In today's video, we'll be looking into a technique that can be used to build a BOQ description. So I get a lot of messages, lot of comments asking me how can we build a BOQ description easily. So I thought I'll make this video just to clarify that common question. So if you have not yet subscribed to Quantity Surveying Studio, please do subscribe for QS related contents and videos. Thank you for the support being given for this channel. So let's move into this video. So this is just a basic technique, and depending upon the standard method of measurement being used in the project or the client requirement, the information available, this technique might differ. There might be small modifications. Some information will not be available. So accordingly, you need to change the BOQ description. Just do not follow this technique completely blindly. So when you finish this video, you will have an idea of how you can use this technique according to the information that is available. So these are the description builders. So there are 6 builders. We have the scope, item, then the material, brand, type, attributes, add-on, and the concluding sentence. We'll look into each builders in the coming slides. You will have a better idea, a clear understanding. The first is a scope. Scope means whether as a contractor we are supplying and installing a particular item, or whether it is just supply. Sometimes the scope will be to just supply a particular item. The installation will be carried out by some specialist contractor. Sometimes it will be just installation. That item will be supplied by the client, and as a contractor your scope of work will be just installing that item. Then it can be also just testing and commissioning of that item. Again, it can also be just auditing and quality checking of a particular item. So understand the scope of the item first. Then we have the item itself. What is the construction item that is being supplied or installed? So I've just listed down some basic items used in a construction project. We have pipe, AHU, door, window, tiles, furnitures, cables. You need to understand what the item is. Next is the material, brand, type. So most of you will have a doubt whether the item and material is the same. But here, by material, what I mean is the type of material that is used to make that item. For example, pipes. Pipe can be PVC pipe, it can be UPVC, it can be a copper pipe, it can be cement pipe. So there are different materials that can be used to make an item. So that is what I meant by material here. So if you see PVC, copper, then tiles, there are different types of tiles, vitrified tiles, then granite, marble, then teak, different types of wood, then the ducts, GI duct, PI duct. So these are basically the materials. Then brand. By brand, we all know there are some very commonly used brands in a construction project. Carrier for ACs, Ductwork for cables, Schneider, Honeywell for ELV. So in your specification, sometimes it will be listed down that such and such brands only must be used for this project. So if you have that information, you can use that to build your BOQ here. Then we can also have the type. For example, oil filled transformer, then diesel generator. Sometimes it will be electrical generator. Again, transformer, oil filled. Then there are dry type transformer. Then switches, 2-way, 3-way switch. Then we have isolators, 3-pole, 2-pole. So that is what we meant by type. Sometimes we'll be having all this information. If all this information are available, well and good, you can include this in your BOQ description. Otherwise, whatever is available among this, or what according to the type of items, only some among material, brand or type will be suitable for some items. So accordingly, you can use that particular part for this building up of description. Next is the attributes, or it can also be some information that is given in the specification. It can be ratings, ratios, some dimensions, weight, thickness, height, then the grade A, B. If you see some cement or firefighting materials, you have items having different grades. Ratings is basically some ampere ratings, voltage or kilowatt. So these are the attributes that is mentioned in your specification that can be utilized in your BOQ description. Next comes the add-on. This is very, very important. Most of the times we miss out such items, and there can be a confusion while carrying out a project. So what do you mean by add-ons? Add-ons are fittings. It can be supports, hangers, accessories, insulation, foundation. Again, testing and commissioning can also be a part of add-on or scope. Then we have enclosures and protection, connections and terminations. See, for example, for installing a pipe, you cannot just install a pipe in the air. You will have to hang it, you will have to support it to the wall. When you do a rate analysis of that pipe, you also need to include all these supports and all those fittings. There might be fittings also. Sometimes fittings will be a separate item depending upon the standard method of measurement, but sometimes it will be all included in the pipe installation. So these also needs to be included in your rate analysis so that that confusion will not be there and you will not have a loss in your project, because if you miss out these fittings or supports and hangers, then it can cause a impact on the profitability of your project. So understand what is required for that particular item, what are the add-ons required for that particular item. For installing equipment, some panels, sometimes you will need a foundation to install it. So read through the specifications properly. There might be some method of installation document provided among the project documents. It is also called the method statement. It has all the details of how all items needs to be installed properly, what all needs to be carried out for the proper installation of that particular item. So make sure to include all the add-ons inside the BOQ description so that there is a clarity. And finally, we have the concluding statement. So this is just a statement which is like a safeguard if at all something gets missed in the description. So as a consultant, when you are building a BOQ, there are chances that you might miss something. So just to safeguard yourself, you are adding a statement which is like all in accordance with drawings and specification. So if you see any BOQ, you will have this statement mentioned at the end. Your final description will be joining of all these different builders using proper grammar and some words, some joining words. So it will start with scope, then comma, item, material, attributes, including, add-on, conclude. So I'll show you an example. You'll understand it more clearly. So here if you see your scope, supply and install, then comes your item, water supply pipe, then is your material, PVC, then there are the add-ons including fitting, supports, insulation, then finally the conclude sentence. Here for example pipe, there will be different sizes of the pipe. I have not included the attributes in the BOQ description because for such items we include the sizes of the pipe separately. So against 25 mm we'll put that quantity, 32 mm we'll be putting that quantity against that row, then the different sizes. So if you put each sizes among the attribution, the BOQ will not be looking that good because the item is same, only the difference is the sizes. So that is why the sizes are separately mentioned here. So that is what I said, that basic technique only. You need to modify and prepare the description accordingly. So this is another example, supply and install, automatic transfer switch. Then the brand, I just mentioned XXX. Then comes the attribute, 1600 ampere. Then the add-ons, including accessories, connections, terminations, testing and commissioning. So here testing and commissioning is coming as an attribute. So all in accordance with drawings and specifications. So I hope this simple technique comes useful in your professional life. So if you have found this useful, do share it with your friends and colleagues who are in the construction field, who are commercial professionals, QS professionals. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Take care, stay safe, bye.